Hello everyone, this is Warren Blade. Today I'm going to talk about my new Emerson Phalanx. I'm in a hurry to do this review because this knife is still available in very limited quantities on Emerson's website, so please forgive the pristine appearance of the knife. I got this a few days ago, direct from Emerson Knives, and it's part of their signature series, which is Emerson's basically his limited edition service, where he makes 6 different limited edition knives every year. They're available in limited quantities. Some sell out faster than others depending on what they are. And they're all signed by Ernst Emerson, which is cool to know that, he held the knife for 30 seconds and signed it. Now, if you look at this knife, the black finish is the one that I got because the stonewash, which I actually prefer, was sold out. Some of you guys are going to prefer these black finishes, which Emerson does this in a Teflon coating. It's not DLC or the other bead blast kind of black finishes or a Cerakote. Now, if you look at the blade, it's a 3.7 inch 154 cm Tanto blade with a V grind. Emerson only sharpens one side. In theory, it's to aid the ease of sharpening of the knife. So for those of you who are expecting a traditional style knife edge, you're not going to get it here. Some people like this style, some people hate it. But it's just something to be aware of. In theory, it's easier to cut left-handed with this, even though this is a right-handed knife. I've had it drilled and tapped for left-handed carry. Now, the blade thickness, which I also must mention, is 0.125 inch. Emerson pretty much makes all of his blades in that thickness. I don't know if the customs are made thicker than that or not, but when you get an Emerson, it's generally 1.25 inch thick. The total weight of the knife is 5.6 ounces, and the total length of the knife unfolded is 8.6 inches. Of these knives, 172 were produced, with 106 being the stonewash and 66 being this version here, and they are individually serialized, so you know which one out of 66 you got, or if you were lucky enough to pick up one of these stonewash versions. They're also serialized knives. Now, I find that this knife is kind of a fusion between the ETAK and the Roadhouse design, which a lot of these Emerson limited editions are going to be essentially combination knives. He comes up with these ideas as his designer, sketch it down, makes a few, and puts them for sale. But it's kind of cool. They're well priced enough that, yeah, it wasn't exactly cheap at around $260 online, and you had to buy it from Emerson, so there's no discount going on there at all. But it's not terrible for something that's, I wouldn't call it a custom, but it's not really a production either. It's really not bad. It's, Hinder would run you $450 something, and there's other brands that just go up from there. So Emerson, yeah, well, it is a little more on the expensive side. It's not a terrible deal, all considering what it is. And they are knives made to be used. A lot of people will pick on that. I haven't found Emersons with terrible finish. I mean, the G10 is really grippy. This one has additional notches in it, which just make it easier to hold, although it will collect dust every once in a while, and you kind of have to, wipe the little bits of dust out. Alright, so on to the cutting. I have my stats right here. Nice clean cut. I'll probably shave with this. Not going to try to do it right now, but I imagine it is that sharp. Alright, so let's cut some materials. I have denim. I love cutting through denim in these tests because it's something that if you did have to use this in, say, an EMS role or something where you'd have to cut through clothing to get to someone, denim is one of the thickest materials other than leather that a patient or an individual would be wearing. So if you can cut through denim, you're generally pretty good. I have t-shirt. Pretty much any knife cuts a t-shirt. It's just kind of fun to do it. Now, for those of you who aren't thrilled about the Tanto shape, I find if you kind of consider the Tanto shape like a drop point, it's not identical, but it's not that far off if you really look at the shape of this one at least. It's not one of the more severe Tantos. And it cuts well. I'm not going to press cut, but I imagine you could. And this is a medical tape, so this stuff is generally a pain in the butt. Medical tape. I have a sock. I cut through that sock. Make some rags. .54 cm is a decent steel. I've used it before. The nice thing about 154 cm is it does not tend to rust even in more humid areas. I've done other steels that have been more finicky that weren't, necessarily your high carbons either. Now, I'll just throw out a pencil there. Put it in a Leatherman. You can kind of see how big that knife is. Just get in a few more views there. It's a good knife. I intend to use it. I think it'll end up doing quite well. I hope you like it. And as I said, if you want to snag one of these, they're still available on Emerson's website. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I ordered mine about a week and a half ago and was lucky enough to get one. So if you do want a Phalanx, I would hurry up and order one now before they sell out and you have to buy them on eBay for a lot more money. But until then, thanks for watching.